Hello, English students. Today we are going to talk about verbs. Can any of you think of an example of a verb? Today we will be talking about simple present tense verbs. This means that these verbs describe actions that happen right now and describe actions that happen on a regular basis. The verb we are going to start talking about is eat. Can you think of a sentence that uses eat? Let's start by using I as a subject. For example, I eat lunch every day. Could you make a sentence using you as a subject? Try saying and writing, you eat lunch every day. How would we make a sentence that uses we as a subject? We eat lunch every day. What about they as a subject? They eat lunch every day. Did you notice anything that changed about the verb? Probably not. It did not change. The verb was eat every time. All of those subjects use the basic form of eat. What if you wanted to use he? Would your verb change? If you answered yes, you're right. If I wanted to use he, I would have to change the sentence to he eats lunch every day. What about a sentence with she as the subject? Can you think of an example that uses she and eat? She eats lunch every day. Did you notice what changed about the verb? Eat became eats. He eats lunch every day. Or she eats lunch every day. What if you were using a name like Jeff? What form of the verb would you use? That's right. Jeff eats lunch every day. The only thing that happened was that I add an S to the verb for each of those subjects. What do all of these subjects have in common? These subjects are all singular, just one person, and they are third person, not you or I or we. Basically, the rule for these verbs is that you add an S to the end of the verb for singular third person subjects. I eat lunch uses a singular first person subject, and there is no change to the verb. He eats lunch uses a singular third person subject, and the verb needs to be changed from eat to eats. We eat lunch uses a plural first person subject and the verb does not change. Jeff eats lunch uses a singular third person subject and you must add an S to the end of the verb. Let's try using another verb. Let's use walk. Can you think of a sentence that starts with I and uses walk? How about I walk every day? Or you walk every day? What about using we as a subject? We walk every day. And now, how do we make a sentence with he as a subject? That's right. Walk becomes walks, and the sentence is he walks every day. What about if we use she as a subject? What would the sentence be then? She walks every day. Very good. Try using walk to make a sentence with they as the subject. Do you use walks or walk? That's right. The S is only added for singular subjects. Just to review, for simple present verbs, S is added to the end of verbs in sentences with singular third-person subjects. Now, let's practice some more. I am going to tell you a subject and a verb, and I want you to tell me a sentence that uses these words. Let's start with you as a subject and climb as a verb. What is your sentence? You climb is correct. Let's try he as a subject and cook as a verb. What is your sentence? He cooks is correct. Did you add your S to cook? Remember, he is singular third person, and the verb in this sentence needs an S on the end. Let's do two more. Your subject is they, and your verb is listen. What was your sentence? If you said they listen, you are correct. One more. Your subject is Samantha, and your verb is play. What was your sentence? If you said Samantha plays, you are correct. Let's review. What happens when the subject is singular and third person? That's right. You add an S to the end of the verb. But what if your subject is plural? No S is added, just the basic form of the verb. What if your subject is first person? No S is added, just the basic form of the verb. Now you go out and practice this new verb form.